Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, get notifications, and most definitely smash that like button.
Hey everybody, El Cheapo Deluxe here. How you all doing today? I'm doing great. And if you look outside, it's a beautiful fall afternoon. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Well, I'm not going to say it's afternoon. It is 10:18 in the morning. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm going to be doing a turkey on this Pit Boss smoker here. And we're going to try something a little bit different today. Usually I brine my turkeys before I smoke them. This year I just didn't feel like mixing up my own brine and everything, so I got something a little bit different. Let me show you what I got here. I've been seeing this on YouTube. I saw it. What I got here is Cosmo's brine kit. Heard it's really good, so we're going to give this a try. Let's see what we got in the box. Let me move this turkey out of the way for now. In the box, we have got a brining bag. Now this will do this is supposed to do like 2 turkeys, but we got kind of a big turkey. We got a 14.5 pound turkey here we're going to do, so probably only going to do one on this one. This box also comes with some classic herb butter blend stuffing mix. That'll be good. That'll be good. We're going to give that a try. We got some directions here. You just scan it. Turn it over if you want to read, or you can watch this YouTube and figure out how to do it yourself. Got some turkey gravy, classic herb turkey gravy mix. We're going to try that too with some mashed potatoes. All right. We got the actual turkey brine here. It's powdered seasoning for brining your turkey. And we're going to get that here in a minute, but we're going to finish seeing what's in this box. We've got some Dirty Bird dry meat rub. We're going to rub our turkey with that when we get ready to cook it. I also got some barbecue glaze that we're going to put on this turkey once it's done. And look, I got me a koozie. Just going to put that in there for now. My margaritas don't come in a small enough cup to put in this, so, you know, one of these days we'll put a beer in it. Okay, so in this box, we got all kinds of little tips and everything. Internal temperatures here. Cosmo right there. This is Cosmo approved. So anyway, let's put this stuff back in the box for now and only take out what we're going to use. For right now, we're only going to need this brine and this brine bag. We'll put this stuffing and gravy in here. We'll use it tomorrow. Man, I can't wait to try this turkey. So we're just going to close this box up, set it aside. Now, you can order this direct from Cosmo at cosmosq.com. I got it on Amazon. It's not cheap. I think I paid like $54 for this kit, and if it's as good as they say it is, it's going to be well worth it. So let's get started on this. Little sip of coffee first. Yep, just coffee. Margaritas are coming later. All right, so we have got it's not frozen. It says frozen, but it's not. 14.5 pound bird here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get this cut out of the package. And I couldn't find my kitchen scissors, so we're going to use the old Milwaukee scissors. So this things will cut through anything. Keep your fingers out of the way, folks. Just, you know, safe. So let's get this cut apart out of the package. All right, like I said, this 14.5 pound bird has been thawing for a few days in the refrigerator. I didn't bring a trash can out with me. So I'll be right back. I gotta go get something to put my trash in. All right, I'm back. Didn't grab a can, but I got this box. It works. I'm gonna sit it right here on the ground. All right. Scissors are clean. You know what? I'm gonna put some gloves on. Make sure I get my fingers in the right holes. Yeah, this turkey be done tomorrow. We're gonna brine it for 24 hours. Get up and I'm gonna put it on the smoker in the morning. Let it cook, and it'll be ready just about time for Chiefs game. They just played Sunday, so they're only working on a few days rest. And I sure hope they play a little bit better than they did Sunday. I've got faith in them though. All right, so we got that out of the way. I got some juices on the table, but it's all right. We'll wipe that down a little bit. All right, let's get this bird out of his little restraints here. I'm just gonna cut him off with these scissors. Look at that, right off of there. All right. Man, they got the thing in there good. That thing, I'm gonna have to roll my sleeves up. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna get that out right now. Yeah, I am. There it is. Got it out. Put that aside in the box. All right. Hope I don't get this on my shirt. I gotta reach my hand in there and pull out the goodies. Might be better if I get them out of this end. What you think? Yeah, but they got it tucked in there pretty good. I'd rather go in this direction anyway. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Nope, I'm gonna have to get it from the other end. Look, it's ready to come out anyway. There's the neck. Baby, you want this neck? She says no, in the box. Let's get the other bag of goodies out of there, which is usually the heart. Let's see, we got the heart, the gizzards, liver. It's all out now. Yep, that's everything. Okay. Oh, I gotta wash my hands real quick. Or at least wipe them off. That's why I got some paper towels here. I know I don't always say what I mean. At the same time, I think sometimes I'm not sure if it's my mouth works faster than my brain or my brain works faster than my mouth, but it'll get you in trouble sometimes. So think about what you say first, because that shit will get you in trouble. All right, so we're gonna let that sit over there for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out because we don't need it. We used to use those when we was a kid, play doctor with them. After Mom got done cooking the turkey. Let me wipe this down. All right. We're gonna get this brine bag opened up here. See what we got. What we got going on. It's a good sized brine bag. Man, you could put a human body in that. Don't get any ideas. All right. It's thick. That's a thick bag. All right, so Cosmo says you take your turkey and you put it in here breast side down. Look at me, I need 4 hands. Yeah, dropped it, we just turn it around. All right, breast side down, folks. I'm gonna have to grab some more towels and wipe this table again. I'm a messy cook. Don't you be afraid to make a mess either, because you know what? Messes clean up. All right, Cosmo's turkey bag. I got my turkey in there, breast side down, just like he said. Now we're going to take this package of turkey brine, tear that off of there. That and trash too. Take a look at this. Boy, that smells good. Look at that. That smells really good. It says just sprinkle half of it on a turkey, but this is a 14-pound turkey, so I'm going to use the whole bag. We're just going to dump it in there like that. We'll see if it dissolves as easy as he says it does. I have got a gallon of water here. We're going to pour that in there on top of that brine mix. Well, I tell you what, it's not as cold as it looks here in Louisiana. It's actually a beautiful day. I don't know how it is the rest of the country, but we got some pretty good weather here. All right. I think I might go get a little bit more water and put on that. Hang out, I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back. Got some more water. I got me about another half gallon I'm gonna put on here. That ought to be plenty. I just wanna add a little more. And I think that'll do it. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna cover the whole turkey. So, we'll just set that aside for now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and zip this up with some air in it so we can mix it. Oh, that didn't seal it. You know what? I can get rid of these gloves now. They're just keeping me from doing what I need to do. There. Yep, all zipped up. So basically, we're just going to mix it up now. Just get that brine all good and dissolved in there. And surprisingly enough, it did exactly what he said it would do. It dissolved really good. So the next thing he wants us to do is to open it up just a hair. Push as much air out as you can. And I'm gonna put some more water in there. Another half gallon, or that full half gallon. So now we got a gallon and a half water in there. That'll be just fine. Bottle in the trash. All right. So, zip it up again. Give it some more mix. Let's get the air out of it, or as much as we can anyway. That is a tough Ziploc bag. But yeah. All right. So, next thing we got to do is put that in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And you know how it is on Thanksgiving. You never have enough room in your refrigerator to put a turkey in there because you just took it out. And now they want you to put it back in. But in the meantime, you put everything else back in the refrigerator. So, what I'm going to do, got this little soft ice chest here, and it is full of ice. Just going to make a little room at the bottom, set that turkey right down in there, zip it up. Man, it fit in there just perfect. My phone's ringing, but I'm not going to answer it today. All right, that turkey fit in there perfect, folks. Zip it up. That's it. We're going to let it brine for 24 hours, and then we'll come back, open it up, and get this thing on the grill, on my Pit Boss pellet grill, and we're going to smoke this turkey for, let's see, half hour per pound. This is 14.5 pounds, so about 7.5 hours until the internal temperature reaches 165, I think it is. I'm gonna double check that, but I'll let you know. I'll see you back here in 24 hours. All right, sports fans, it's game day. It's also turkey day. So we have had this bird brining for almost 24 hours. I'm going to say 24 hours. It's only been like 22, but we got to get it in the smoker, if you know what I mean. So we ain't got much more time. Coffee. All right. So remember yesterday we used Cosmo's brine kit. Well, today we got to get it out of the brine, get it prepared, and on the smoker. So first thing I want to do is get the smoker going. So 225, we're going to turn this thing on, dial it in to 225 and lock it in. Open up the top, because when it starts smoking, it's going to smoke. Let's grab ourselves some gloves here. Bear with me while I get these things on. Now remember, we got a 14.5 pound turkey we're going to put on the smoker. So it's going to go 225 for about 7 hours or so. I know Cosmo says to do it at 350, but I'm not cooking a turkey, I'm smoking a turkey. So I'm going to deviate from his directions just a little bit, but it's still going to turn out fantastic. By the way, Chiefs play at 3. Go Chiefs. They're playing in Dallas. I think it's pretty much an even matchup, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the Chiefs will pull this one out. Anyway, let's get this bird up here. Man, I think this bird's put on weight since yesterday. Like I said, we've had it brining overnight on ice because there was no room in the refrigerator. So let's get this bird out. You can see there's still some ice in there. So we did good. You know what, I'm gonna have to set this on the ground. Well, that worked out pretty good. Okay, get this out of the way. Should have done that to begin with. All right. Now, the trick is to get this out without making a mess. Man, I don't know. Babe, did you shrink my jersey? I don't know if that's how that works or not. Maybe I should have just got a bigger jersey or a smaller bird. I don't know that I needed a bigger jersey, but it sure keeps getting smaller on me. All right, so let me take a smell. Smells like turkey. All right, let's see how I'm gonna get this out of here without all right. I'll grab them by the back ends. All right, there we go, folks. That's a 14 bullet starting to smoke, huh? Grab some of these paper towels here. Dry my hands, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lay that over top of that bird because we gotta kind of pat it dry anyway. I'm gonna zip this up. I think. Yep, that's zipped up. I'm gonna get this out of the way for now. All right, grab a couple more of these paper towels here. I'm about out. Some of that juice off of there. All right, table's clean. I did spray it down with cleaner and disinfectant this morning. So just gonna pat this bird dry a little bit. It's not gonna come completely dry, but I'm gonna turn it over and let the rest of that stuff drain out of it. Then I'm gonna pat the backside dry. There, we got some more stuff coming out of it. Man, got a few feathers on this bird still yet. I'm gonna have to have a talk with those breeders. I don't know, do you breed? You breed turkeys or you raise turkeys? Anyway. We're just gonna pat that dry. You see, it's got a little bit of brine on there. Boy, this is gonna be good. Stick with me while I get through this. I'm struggling this morning. Might have had a few margaritas yesterday, and coffee hadn't quite kicked in yet, but you know, we're gonna get this done together. All right, so I think that's patted dry pretty good. It's kind of cool this morning, so let's just take that little paper towel and stuff it underneath there. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and get these gloves off. I got hundreds of them, so we'll just set them aside. Another sip of coffee here. That's good. I warm my hands up. Yeah. So let's break this box out again and see what we got. Got another set of gloves. Okay, Cosmos Turkey Brine Competition Barbecue, Pitmaster, everything. This morning we're going to use some of this Dirty Bird rub, and we're going to put on this bird here. And remember, it came with some stuffing, came with some gravy mix, Destructions here, and a koozie. But we're going to use this barbecue glaze, so we're not going to use it till the bird's done, but I'm going to leave it out. We'll sit it over there. We're going to need this here in a minute. Cosmo says use mayonnaise or something. I'm going to use olive oil. That's my choice there. Like I said, we're going to deviate from his plans just a little bit. Nothing against him, just doing a little bit different, and his product's still going to make it turn out fantastic. All right, let me get this open before I put my gloves on. Okay, see, we're done smoking here. I'm going to close that up and let it heat up while we get this done. Let's get these gloves on. All right, wings hanging out there. I think we're draining pretty good. So what I want to do is I want to take this olive oil, put it on that bird. Got a tray underneath, so if I use a little too much, it'll run off. But then I want to rub that oil all over, everywhere I can get it with one hand, because I need to keep this one dry. Now this olive oil is just going to help that rub stick. For now, anyway. Yeah, I might have to get this hand dirty anyway, because I got to turn this bird over to do the other side. That is a good looking turkey there. I picked a good one, if I do say so myself. So, you know, I should have brought a knife to cut the butthole off of here. Be right back. I'm gonna go get one, grab some new gloves. All right, sorry about that, folks. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I got my some more gloves here. Just gonna put one on for now. Put the other one in a second. I want to handle my knife with a bare hand. Tell you what, if I get my hand all messed up, I need some more coffee. What you think about that cup, huh? Huh? All right, we're gonna grab the tail end here, cut that off. In fact, let me go ahead and cut off some of this little fat here too while I'm at it. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, that cavity looks good. All right, let's set this knife aside right there. Go ahead and get this other glove on again. There we go. All right, we'll put some more oil on this side. Cosmos rub. Let's see how it works out. Well, I knew I brought that knife out for a reason. I'll try this at home. Yeah, that worked out good. Got a little bit on the table, but you know what? It cleans up. All right, so I got that open. Let me go ahead and rub that oil. Oh yeah, look at that. A little bit of oil on there. It's all gonna cook off. All right, I think that's enough. Let's do it, baby. Better save some of this for the other side, huh? All right, let's just get that rubbed on there. I'm gonna sprinkle some more on as soon as I get done rubbing it. But I gotta get the other side first. I know I'm rambling, just hang out. It's gonna get good. Anyway, how you guys feel about the Chiefs game today? Well, they're pretty even teams. They got the same record. Maybe Dallas has a tie in there. So basically the same record. Chiefs could have ended up in a tie last week, but they pulled it out, huh? All right, I think that's rubbed up pretty good for that side. Let's turn it over and rub his backside. Another paper towel. So I grab that bag and it doesn't slip out of my hand. All right, so Cosmos rub one more time for this side. We're going to be generous with it because there's plenty in here. Like I said, this is enough for 2 turkeys, but we're only doing 1. So I doubt well, you know what? As long as I don't mess up that rub, I might put it in a container and use it for some other stuff. As long as I don't contaminate the inside. Or spill it all over the place. Sometimes that's the case with me. All right, look at there. How's that bird look, huh? He looking dirty. Looking pretty dirty. Oh, yeah. So anyway, I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. I know it's not over yet, it's just starting, but I'm just hoping everything turns out right for everybody, because you know, you get family together, bound to be an argument. Everybody's got that drunk Uncle Bob. Or Bill, you know, whatever your uncle's name is. But everybody's got one. Comes over, acts up, tells everybody how to do everything. Then everybody's got that aunt that always cheats at cards. Oh, I'm not speaking from experience. Because if I was, I'd be Uncle Bob. Oh man, that turkey looks good now. Woo-wee. I want to do the other side again, make it look just as pretty. Oh yeah. Might be too much seasoning, but it's never too much for me. Let's do this again. There we go. I'm gonna get some up underneath that skin if I can. Don't mind my table, I'm gonna clean it off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use 2 hands to rub this bird this time. Sometimes it takes 2 hands, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if we can get some up underneath that skin there. Oh yeah, we get some up in there. Season that meat up underneath there. Rub some in that cavity. Check my grill temperature. We're about 195, so we timed this just right. Thanks for your help. Rub that wing real good. Like I said, 7 hours because I'm smoking, not cooking. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. It's got to get up to a certain temperature. And when I come back in a couple hours and take a peek at it, I'll be sure to let you know what the internal temperature should be, because off the top of my head, I don't know. I think 165. But I'm gonna double check that so I don't lie to anybody. All right, I think this thing is ready to go on the smoker. Now, we're gonna smoke this breast side down. And then when it's about time to take it off, well, I might turn it a couple times, but most times it's gonna be breast side down, just keep them juices in the breast. But I will turn it up like this and crank the heat up a little bit towards the end just to crisp and brown that top a little bit. See if I can get the lid of that pit opened without, I said pit, it's a grill. Southern Louisiana, everybody calls it a pit. To me, a pit's a hole in the ground. All right. Yeah. I think I can get that open. Like I said, I'm gonna clean that table up. All right, got that grill up to temperature, the smoker. Like I said, we're gonna turn this over and we're gonna put it breast side down. So here she goes. One more rub on the backside. You know I like to rub that back end, that backside. Man, I'm just putting my foot in my mouth every time I turn around this morning, huh? I told you you got to think before you speak, because that shit will get you in trouble every time you watch. That's it, folks. Let's close this thing up. Come back in a couple hours, take a little look at it. Close this up now because I'm gonna put this stuff in a little shaker. I'm gonna keep that. I can use that on other stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna come back and clean this mess up when y'all aren't looking. But anyway, yeah, everybody get yourselves a cup of coffee for now. About 10 o'clock or so, you can start blending that blender. Get yourself a margarita or a hot toddy. Whatever your drink of choice is, you ain't even got a drink. Just keep it away from Uncle Bob. Anyway, I'll check back with you in a couple hours. I'm getting ready for the Chiefs game. I'm gonna have me a couple more cups of coffee, and then get that blender rolling. See you back in a bit. All right, sports fans, it is time. It has been 3 hours since we put this bird on the Pit Boss pellet grill. So we're going to take a look at it, see how she's going. It's still got another 4 hours to go, so we're not going to do anything spectacular here. We're just going to take a quick peek at it, turn it over, and close the lid, let it keep cooking. But I just wanted to see how it's looking right now. Come on, let's take a look. Well, you know what? Let me put some gloves on first. Gotta get the old gloves on because I don't want to get my fingers dirty. Yep. 3 hours, another 4 hours, 4.5 hours. We'll be pulling it off right around game time. Maybe a little after the game has started, but yeah, this bird's gonna be good. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's coming around nicely. Look at that. Starting to brown up a little bit. What I want to do now is just give it a little turn. Because breast side down, we're going to put it on its back. Oh yeah, it's starting to grill up nicely on that side. So we're just going to let it cook on its back for a little bit. Let's close this up and get a good look at it before I do it. Yeah. So get these gloves off. I'm gonna have to grab some more next time I come out here. But we'll give it about, I'm gonna say 2.5 hours like this. We're gonna turn it over again. I might sprinkle a little more seasoning on the top. And I'm gonna put the temperature probe in it so that we can be sure that we got it at the right temperature when we pull it off, which I did find out is 165 degrees internal temperature. Your turkey should be perfect. So yeah, we're cooking right along here. Let me check my pellets real quick because don't want to run out of pellets in the middle of cooking. And got them right here. Oh, good thing we looked. It needed some more. Save the rest of them for later. All right, we'll see you back in about 3 hours when we turn it again. 2.5, 3 hours. We're gonna turn it again, put the temperature probe in, give it a light dusting of some more seasoning, and we'll take it from there. So see you back. Enjoy the game. Go Chiefs. All right, folks, it's been another 2 hours. We turned this bird earlier. It's time to turn it again. While it was off camera, I did put some foil on the drumsticks and on the wings to keep them from overcooking. Let me get my gloves on. We'll give this bird a turn. All right, got my gloves on. Let's open this up and take a quick look. Yeah, buddy, that's looking good. The only thing could be better is if it was on my plate already. But I want to take this little thing here. I don't know what you call it. Grate, rack, whatever. I'm gonna put this on top of the breast. Just like that. So I'm gonna try to pick it up so I can turn it over because I'm not sure if it's gonna fall apart or not, but I want to be able to catch anything. Just in case it does fall apart. Doesn't feel like it's going to, but man, that fucker's hot. Pardon my language, but man, That was a hot bird. All right, so I got it turned without it falling apart. It did break the skin a little bit, but like I said, I want to put a little bit more seasoning on this, and then we'll get that temperature probe in there so we can get a better look at it. So I'll be right back. You keep an eye on the bird for me while I'm gone. All right, I'm back. Got some more of that dirty bird rub. Just want to put a little bit on the top of it. I hadn't put it in a shaker yet, so I'm gonna try to do this without getting too much on there. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Let me turn that thing around, get the other side before that rack gets too hot. There we go. A little bit more on this side. Man, that ought to be just about right. So let's get that probe in there so we can watch the temperature a little bit closer. Now I keep my probe in here. Let me wipe it off, it's clean. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug this into probe slot number 1. Shows there's a probe in there. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna find a meaty spot here. This was breast up, I'd have gone right into the breast, but we want to keep them juices down. So I'm going to go right in. Let's go right there. I'm going to lose all my juices if I keep messing around. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just put this right in the leg. It's reading 140, 150. Well, it's reading 165, but I really don't think it's done, to tell you the truth. There, that's a meaty spot. That's reading 165 too. Maybe I ought to try to stick it in the breast. There, I think that's a little bit closer reading. We're at 1. It's right at 160. So I think we're just gonna close the lid on it and let it go to 160. Well, now it's reading 165, folks. My bird may be done. I just don't think it is. $165. Well, God dog it. I might have a cooked bird here. I'll be surprised if it is. All right, I think we found a spot we can work with. It's reading right at 160. So what that's telling me is we're gonna let it go for about another 45 minutes, I think. We'll go with it. It can't get overdone on a smoker, so I'll wash my hands afterwards. Man, that dirty bird seasoning, that rub sure is good, but stick around. Chiefs game's gonna start here in about 1 hour. So when it does, be sure to tune in, cheer on the Chiefs, and we'll let this bird cook a little bit longer, and we're going to come right back to it in about 45 minutes or so. So stick around. Go Chiefs. I did blend up some margaritas while I was off camera, but that wasn't the issue we had here. I couldn't find the right spot to poke it. Story of my life. Anyway, yeah. See you back here in a little bit. All right, Chiefs fans, it is time to get this thing off the grill. It's been on here for about another half hour. My temperature is reading 165, 167. So I believe it's done. What you think? It looks done to me. So I want to get this off of here. Let me pull this probe out. The probe's hot. Dog it. Unplug that, put it off to the side. All right, I'm not going to put gloves on for this. I am going to go ahead and turn this pit off. Called it a pit again. My grill. Tell you what, I'm going to get a towel just so I don't burn my fingers and have to curse again. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got me a couple little towels here. I'm gonna grab this off here. Hey, I gotta apologize for cursing earlier. You know something's gonna be hot, but you don't expect it to be that hot. So, I apologize. Like I said, sometimes you don't think before you speak, and that kind of shit happens. All right, let's get this off of here. Man, that thing looks good. Get it off here. We're going to sit it on this little tray here. What do you think, folks? Look good? Yeah, I think so too. Let's get this foil off of here. Man, them drumsticks look good. Kind of glad I put that little extra seasoning in there at the last. Looks like it cooked on pretty good. Sit this off to the side. Those off the tips of those wings. Yeah, I think we got something here. Next step is Cosmos barbecue glaze. Got my glaze, got my little barbecue brush here. This is not fiery, I'm sorry. This is cherry apple habanero. Make your barbecue shine. This came in that kit. We're just gonna go ahead and put some on there. Put it all over there. We're on a tray. We'll let it drip. Oh man, that stuff looks good. I might have to put some on my finger and give that a little taste. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, I know it's done because I can start to see that bone starting to pull out of that wing there. I'm only going to glaze the top part of this. I'm not going to do it all. All right, I used about half that jar or bottle. Let's brush that on there. Oh yeah, that gives a little pretty color. Some shine. The grill ought to be kicking off here any time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put some more glaze on it. That stuff's running off. I think the directions say to glaze this and let it set for 15 minutes or so. With that glaze set, but you know what? I'm gonna put some more glaze on there. The more the better. Then I'm gonna let this set for about 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna come cut me a little slice off of there before anybody else gets any. I'm gonna let you know how it tastes. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. Chiefs fans. Oh, I'm gonna have a happy family today. Got that grill kicked off. Oh yeah, that's good. That is some good stuff. Let's brush that around. Ooh, it's got a little tang to it. Well, I got that glaze just dripping off, falling down in that tray. Try to keep my big head out of your way so you can see this. I think this is going to be something special, folks. I think we got something here. I'm not going to glaze the bottom of it, but I'm going to grab some more of that off the tray, put it on the top. Like I say, the more the better. It ain't always the case, but when there's comes something that tastes that good, the more the better. All right, we're going to call that good. Be back in 15 minutes. We're going to take a little slice off of this and give it a try. I'll let you watch me. Sorry I didn't bring enough for everybody. But I brought enough for quite a few people, just not for you all. You have to try it yourself. All right, be back in 15. All right, folks, it's been 15 minutes. Game is getting ready to start. Got about 10 minutes for game time. So let's cut into a piece of this, take a look, and give it a taste. Got my knife. It looks good though, huh? Oh, where do I want to cut at? Oh, you know I got the back side up. Let me turn this thing over. Gonna have to reglaze it now. All right, that's the breast. Gotta get another towel. Be right back. All right, I'm back. That's some sticky stuff there. Let me some more glaze on this. I'm gonna have to wash this bottle off when I'm done. Yeah, let's glaze this side up good. Said I wasn't gonna glaze both, but I didn't realize I had the breast down. That's where I want to cut and get a taste. Man, that looks good. My mouth watering already. Close that up. A little bit off my hand there. Brush it a little bit. I'm gonna glaze this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this, and I'll brush this glaze on some more when it's off camera, but just to give you a little look at what it's gonna look like. Look at how shiny that bird is. That's some glazed up bird there. All right, shall we taste it? I think so. My knife. Now we're going to cut the right side. I'm just going to cut a little slice off. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Make sure I get me a little piece of skin too. Well, it's still warm in there. All right. Ooh-wee, look at that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I might not even take this in the house. I may sit out here and eat it by myself. That's beautiful, man. That's diabolically good. And juicy. Cosmo, you did us right. Mm-hmm. Man, that's going to be the hit. That's the hit right there. Show you one more time. Cosmos Q. Get all that in the box. Cosmo.com. CosmoQ.com. Give them a try. All right, I got to go. Chief's game comes on in a few minutes. I've got to get this bird in the house. And take care. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Check out some of my other videos. Leave a comment. I know it's kind of a long video and I fumble through things once in a while, but you know what? I'm getting old. So I got to get this turkey in the house. Y'all take care. Be safe. Thanks for watching.